Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and I'm documenting my journey to lose 100 pounds. In today's video, I'm gonna be doing a vlog style video where I'm gonna do a deep clean of my kitchen and my pantry. I am going to do a mini grocery haul and some cooking, and I am also going to be doing a weigh-in update. So I have a lot to do, so let's go get to it. So I wanted to say that I do clean my kitchen basically every day, but I don't clean it like this every day. I wanted to clean all of my appliances and clean the walls and make sure everything was wiped down. My cabinets haven't been wiped down in a while, and the fronts of the appliances haven't been wiped down. So I wanted to just get everything really clean so that I could start fresh with a nice, clean kitchen. Okay, so this is my pantry. I took two of the doors off so that it was easier to film. The way that my kitchen is set up is a little bit awkward for filming. So as you can see, everything here is a bit unorganized. So I'm gonna take everything out of here. I'm gonna clean this. I'm gonna organize everything with like things together. And then I'm gonna put it back in a way that is a little bit more organized and makes more sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all of this stuff out first, and I'm gonna put it on the countertop behind me. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So now I'm going to go through everything that I have here, and I'm going to throw away everything that is expired, which unfortunately looks like it's gonna be quite a bit. I'm very sad. But then I'm gonna clean the cabinets out with like spray cleaner, and then I will start putting some of this stuff back. If you haven't ever had these are so good. G. Hughes sugar-free dipping sauce. This is famous Cluckin'. This is not like super low calorie. It's still 100 calories for 2 tablespoons. So it's like half the calories of mayonnaise, but it tastes just like Chick-fil-A sauce and it's really good. And then this one I haven't actually tried yet, but it is secret sauce for your burgers. So I think it's like a Big Mac sauce maybe. And this one is 80 calories for 2 tablespoons. And I'm sure it's good. This is the vanilla from Costco. It's supposed to be like one of the best vanillas, but this just tastes like straight up alcohol to me. If you're not cooking with it, it's like, it tastes like you're taking a shot every time you eat something from it. It's very odd. So it's not my favorite. But it is good flavor if you're like baking or something. This is really good for that. So I keep it anyway, even though I kind of hate it. Top shelf is done. This is honestly one of the things I'm looking forward to the most, is not getting out of breath just getting up off the floor. It's hard. To shape a future. We came to feel the new. So I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. I've taken all the expired stuff out, cleaned the shelves, put all the stuff back. Everything that's like each other is next to each other, pretty much. And it may not look super different, but it's definitely better. So we're gonna go with that. I think that's gonna be it for the cleaning portion. I'm gonna go get changed and showered, and I am going to come back and get some lunches cooked for Chris and I. I'll be right back. So first up, I am going to be making my Italian sausage for the soup recipe that I'm gonna make. So I'm gonna add my turkey, and then to that, I'm gonna add a bunch of spices, and then I'm gonna wrap this up and put it in the fridge so that it can, I don't know, marinate for a little while before I cook it. Okay. So first, I'm gonna do a ½ teaspoon of coconut sugar, 1/8 teaspoon of thyme, 1/8 teaspoon of oregano, which is about probably what I have there. Then 1/4 teaspoon of fennel. I like fennel, so I kind of put in a little extra. A teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm just gonna do 2 of these ½ teaspoons. A teaspoon of onion powder. A teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. A teaspoon of basil. A teaspoon of salt. A teaspoon of ground black pepper. And then 2 teaspoons of paprika. I use smoked paprika because I think it tastes better, so I just pretty much use it instead of paprika for any recipe that calls for paprika. So again, we're gonna do 4 ½ teaspoons of that. And then I need a tablespoon of parsley. And a tablespoon of red wine vinegar. And then I'm gonna put on some gloves to mix this up. So once it's like mixed to the point where you don't see clumps of spices and most of the pink is the same color as everything else, that's when you know you're done mixing. And now I'm just gonna wrap this up and put it in the fridge in a bowl so that if it does leak somehow, it doesn't make a mess, but and so that is the sausage recipe. So next I am going to be mixing up some chipotle chicken to cook for Chris's lunch. This is just 1 pack of boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I am just gonna check for pieces of bone or anything gross. But I am not actually going to trim them because the fat renders down really good on the grill. To this, I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of white pepper, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of chipotle chili powder, and then a few times around the bowl with the olive oil. It's like 2 or 3 tablespoons, I think. I don't typically measure it. All right, and then we're gonna mix this up. Sometimes there's like globs of the spices stuck to it, so I just kind of rub the chicken together to get it to mix to another piece. Okay. So now that's all mixed up. I'm gonna heat up the grill and then we're gonna grill this. So I'm going to be cooking the chicken on my Ninja grill. I set this to 450 and then it preheats. Then I add the chicken and it cooks it for like 10 minutes. Typically that is the perfect amount of time and it comes out the right temperature. Sometimes if it's still a little frozen, you can need a couple more minutes than that, but this is completely thawed. So I'm gonna plug this in and get this heating up. It's really loud, so I'm not gonna be able to talk to you while this is happening. All right, so now the chicken is done. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this from the grill, but I just like to check. And we are good. I just used the thermometer to take it off. Sometimes this gets up quite higher than 165. It'll go up to like 190. But because these are chicken thighs, they don't dry out very easily, which is good for me. All right, so I'm gonna set this to the side and work on my next thing. All right, next I'm gonna make some rice in my rice cooker. Sorry about these really weird angles. I have limited counter space, so I'm using part of my sink. So I'm gonna make rice for the Chipotle as well as for our Hawaiian pork bowls. So I'm gonna do 2 cups of chicken. Oh my gosh, 2 cups of rice. There's 1 and 2. And then to that I'm gonna add 2 cups of water. I just do 1 to 1. And I know you're supposed to rinse your rice, but this rice really doesn't have very much dust on it, so I'm not going to, because I'm lazy, okay? So there's 1 cup. And there's 2 cups. And then we just push play. And then that will let me know when it is done. Next, I am going to cook my gnocchi. So I think I'm just gonna put this on a time lapse and let you guys watch the gnocchi cook. I think that'll look cool. The reason though that I'm doing this instead of cooking it in the soup like it says to in the recipe is because last time when I cooked it, the gnocchi didn't cook fully. So I am going to just boil them separately and then remove them from that and put them in the fridge until I'm ready to add them to the soup later. Now I'm gonna chop some vegetables. I have 1 big carrot that I've already peeled and cut the ends off. I have 3 smaller pieces of celery that I've cut the ends off and washed. And I've got 1 onion that I have cut in half and removed the outer layers of. So I'm just gonna dice these small. Okay, now I've got my vegetables chopped. I'm gonna get the rest of my ingredients out. Now I'm gonna make the soup. So I'm heating up some oil and I'm going to cook the Italian sausage that I made earlier once that's hot. Then I just kind of smash it into the pan. And then I'm gonna let it sit there for a couple minutes so that it can get some color on it. Set a timer for 2 minutes. All right, it's been a couple minutes, so now I'm just gonna start breaking this up. So I guess I didn't mention it, but the recipe calls for Italian sausage, just regular Italian sausage. But I use this recipe made out of ground turkey for anything that calls for Italian sausage. It's obviously not exactly the same because it's not pork, but it is really good. You just have to be really careful not to overcook it. Turkey is lower in fat, so it dries out really easy. So you just want to kind of cook it until it's almost completely cooked when you're doing this in the soup, because it's gonna sit in the broth and heat up for a while longer in there too, so you just don't want to overcook it. That was one of the reasons I didn't like the soup very much last week when I made it. The turkey was really dry and the gnocchi were like gummy. The rice is done. I don't know if you can hear that. That's my very fancy rice cooker that Chris got me for Christmas one year. It's a Zoji Rushi. It tells you when it's done by playing a little song. It's really cute. All right, I think that's about good. So now I'm gonna throw these veggies in that I just chopped. And we're gonna let this cook for another couple minutes just to try to soften up the vegetables a little bit. I'm gonna throw a lid on it so that they steam. I think it still looks pretty good, not too dry. So next we're going to add in a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And it says 2 cloves of garlic, but I just use this garlic paste and I just do a good squirt of it in here. And stir this around. And then it says to add white wine, but I am subbing that out with just more chicken stock. So it's 4 cups and a third. Which comes out to like 1,041 grams. So that's 460. $8.50. 1,082, close enough. All right, so now that's added, we're going to let this come to a boil and then lower the heat and simmer it for 10 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna turn that off. Now I'm going to add in my gnocchi that I cooked earlier, even though it's in like one big piece. And then we're gonna add in some half and half. We're gonna do 150 milliliters of that. $157 is fine. And then we're gonna do 30 grams of Parmesan. And I don't have the fancy Parmesan, I just have the green one. But I'm sure if you had real Parmesan, it would be way better. Okay. And then a little bit of spinach. I didn't buy any spinach because I forgot, so I just picked some out of Chris's spring mix that he uses for his lunch. So that's why there's not a whole lot in here. You could probably add a lot more and it would be fine. I am aware that the oil on the top does not look very appetizing, but that's just the olive oil and a little bit of turkey fat. If you want, you can skim that off. I'm gonna leave it there because, like I said, I'm lazy. So that one is done. Next, I am going to meal prep Chris's Chipotle bowls. Okay, now I have 2 bags of cauliflower rice that I heated up in the microwave, and I'm going to add probably 100 grams. I don't remember if I even measure this usually. Let's go with 90 grams. So it ends up being about half regular rice, half cauliflower rice. And then I have 2 cans of pinto beans. They're just regular pinto beans that I'm gonna split between the 5 containers. And this one I just eyeball. He's the only one eating this, so it's all gonna be his. A little bit too much. And so then for this, I add about 5 ounces to each container. And then if there's any left over, I'll just split it between the 5. And that is it for these. So I'm gonna go ahead and put lids on these and put them in the fridge. Chris and I just got back from our local grocery store. We went and did a snack run. We used to do snack runs and they looked a little different than this. We actually got stuff that's not super bad for you. So I'm gonna show you what we got. These are really good. They are mini wontons. They are 220 calories for 13 pieces. They're really good if you want to make soup, or you can eat them just as like a side if you like wontons, like I do. I got these no sugar added sweet gherkins. They're just like little baby pickles, but they are made with, I think it's Splenda. Yeah, they're made with Splenda instead of regular sugar. So they're like 0 calories. I don't love Splenda, but I love sweet pickles, so I got these. Chris got just regular dill pickles. Another good snack, this isn't for me, but another good snack that you can get is beef jerky. I can never remember words. This one, I think, honey jalapeno, why can't I talk? Honey jalapeno Wagyu beef jerky. Sounds fancy and spicy. The calories on this is 80 per ounce, and the bag is 2.85 ounces. So it's about 3 ounces. So this whole bag would be like 240 calories. Probably a little much for me for a snack, but If I were a man, it probably would be fine. But I'm not. And then this isn't obviously a snack, but I haven't seen bread that is this low. So this is 40 calorie bread. I've been getting 45 calorie bread, and to be honest, that Nichols bread is not really my favorite. I just get it because it's low. This one's potato bread though, and I love potato bread, so I'm super excited about this. It's real soft. I'm weird. And then in Chris's yogurt that he has, he likes to put fruit, obviously, in yogurt. We got him some diced peaches. This is just peaches and juice. These are 60 calories per half cup. I don't ever know if that actually is talking about with the juice or without. Do you think that they mean drained or like with the juice? Because the juice has calories. So I wonder if it's even less than that. Mysteries. Yeah, if anybody knows, put it in the comments because I don't know. I have no idea. So we got a bunch of cans of those. And then this is also for Chris because I do not like raisins at all. But this is that Dave's Killer Bread Raisin the Roof raisin bread. And this is 100 calories per slice. And it's about the size of their like smaller loaf. So it's not like the giant bread, but it's got raisins in it. So if you like that kind of thing, that would be cool. And then this isn't really, this is for Chris too. We got him some chunky peanut butter. That's just peanuts and organic honey to put on his raisin bread. And we are having Hawaiian pork bowls tonight and saw this sauce. It's Kinder's Chipotle Pineapple. And it is 60 calories for 2 tablespoons, which is kind of like in the middle, I guess, of where I would want a sauce to be, but it's probably really good. Kinder's stuff is so good. And then I was running low on my PB2, so I got another one of these. And I'm sure you probably already know, but this is just peanut butter with all of the fat taken out. So it's powder, and it is 60 calories for 2 tablespoons. You can reconstitute this with water or with sugar-free maple syrup, and you can make peanut butter again out of it. And it's actually really good. I thought it would be weird, but it's actually really good. Lastly, we got 2 boxes of this because we really like this stuff. It is Orville Redenbacher's Smart Pop mini bags kettle corn. So these are 100 calories a piece, and there's 12 bags in here. I think it was like $5 for this, so it's not that bad. Obviously, that's probably different depending on where you live, but 12 bags of popcorn for 100 calories a piece. I could eat that whole box for less than my calories in a day. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but I'm just saying I could. So that's all the snacks that we got for the next week or so, and I will see you back in a minute. I don't know what that is. So I'm glad all of that is done. That was a lot of work and I'm really tired now, but I think that having the kitchen clean and organized and everything put away is going to help keep me on track this week. I'm going to be a lot less stressed. The more that things are cluttered around me, the more stressed out I feel for some reason. So having everything clean and put away is going to help keep me from feeling that stress. Having our lunch prepped ahead of time is another thing that's going to help keep me less stressed. And honestly, I think the less stressed I am, the less food I eat. One of the biggest reasons I think that I overeat is because I get stressed out or I am too tired to make anything. So I just start grabbing random stuff and eating that out of the fridge. It's definitely helpful to have food prepped and waiting for me so that I don't have to think about what I'm going to eat. I don't even have to prep it. I just get to eat when I'm ready. It's definitely helping me right now. Doing this channel is a big help for me. It helps keep me on track. It helps give me something to keep me more accountable with what I'm doing, but it's also a lot of work and I'm not used to it. Like I said before, I've been sitting on the couch pretty much for the last almost year, like doing nothing. So doing all of this stuff has been a big change, and my body is taking a minute to get caught up with the rest of me. I've been very tired. I've been struggling a little bit, especially today. I did not sleep very well last night, but if you could take one thing away from my videos, I think that it should be to prep your food ahead of time. I don't think that I can accurately express right now how much it helps, but it helps so much. Before I end the video, I wanted to do a quick weigh-in update for you. Last week I weighed in at 247.4 pounds, and this week I weighed in at 245 pounds even. So that is a weight loss of 2.4 pounds this week for a total loss of 6.4 pounds. So I'm doing pretty good, and I'm really proud of myself. And I'm excited to see what I can do this week. So I just want to thank you for watching. And if you wouldn't mind, like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. And I will see you next time. See ya.